What's going on, everybody? It's me, Joshua Wright, the king of Rust College, coming to you live from Holly Springs, Mississippi. Today, we'll be talking about things that helped us survive through college, and also just really how we just really kept our mental health and everything well to get to the finish line. So, stay tuned right here on the Campus Rundown, brought to you by Historically Black Sense. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's going on? What's going on? Two kings of the building. Myself, Joshua Wright, from Rust College, a mass communications major, and a graduating senior. Yes, graduating on May 6th. So I have with me my brother from another mother,
What's going on?
King, Alpha, student leader, scholar, everything under the sun this man does. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Thank you, bro. Hey, greetings to you all. I am the 29th former Mr. Bowie State University. I am also a graduating senior from the one and only Bowie State. Hailing from Baltimore, Maryland, man. I am so excited to have another episode. As you guys can see, me and Josh about to hold it down tonight, y'all. I think Rebecca hopping on, but we definitely gonna push this topic through. How you feeling, Josh? How your mental health and everything? How's everything going?
Well, it's graduation time, so really excited, but reflective. Reflective. Right now, I'm in a mental state of reflection. Really preparing myself for this new season of transition, and really preparing myself to go to a new institution for graduate school. As everybody knows, I am going to PWI for my master's with the intention of returning to HBCU. So I'm not going to stay there. I'm going back to HBCU afterwards, but really just getting my mind right for a transition into a new place, new environment. So really just blessed and fortunate, but hopeful. What about you?
Yeah, man, same thing, yo. Just getting stuff in order mentally right now. Finishing up these presentations. We got about 14 days left after this week until our school semester is done, finals, graduation. Spiritually, I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I can't thank God, man. He be doing random pop-up blessings. Like you take one step and he'll take two steps with you. So that's something I've been learning lately. Other than that, man, I'm excited to be here today. I'm really
Yeah,
excited. This topic is very educational, and I think the people gonna really get something out of it.
most definitely, most definitely. So, oh yeah, shout out to the school, Collegiate 100, for all my Collegiate 100 brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what's going on with everybody? So, let's get into some news today. Last show, I think I want to say so. Let's get into news and what's going on in this episode. Let's go. All right, everybody. This is the King, Joshua Wright, coming to you live from the Citadel on the Hill, Rust College. I am your HBCU news correspondent. So let's please get into some news here on the Campus Rundown, brought to you by Historically Black Sense. So I did mention earlier that it is a season of transition. So with that season, we have some people leaving our prestigious institutions. So Dr. Ivy Taylor, who is currently the 12th president of Rust College, has announced that she will be resigning from her position. Her last day will be May 6th, which is the day of commencement here at Rust College. We are hoping her, wishing her very well. She's done many great things here and a really great person overall. So I just really want to commend her on the job well done. The Bearcat family will miss you. So best of luck in your future. Alrighty. Also in the region, JSU President Dr. Thomas Hudson has resigned as well. His interim replacement is Dr. Elaine Hayes Anthony. She is the interim right now, and right now she is just looking to do great works and be the best servant that she can at Jackson State University. And and on the horizon and in headlines lately, Dr. Felicia Nave has submitted her resignation. Right now, Dr. Ontario Wooden is her replacement and interim president at Alcorn State University right now. So, best of luck to everyone that is making the transition into a new season. So, on the good news of things, um, Mike Espy, who is formerly the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture, stopped by Alcorn a few weeks ago to visit students and really just to talk to students. For everyone that does not know, Mike Espy is the first African American person to be the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture. So it was a great visit with him. So, Central State University welcomes Grammy Award winning singer Fantasia into the fall class of 2023. She has enrolled officially as a student at Central State University. A few months ago, she did become a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and now she is deciding to further her education at Central State University. Welcome to the HBCU family, Fantasia. So, we are here at the SWAC Championship tennis championships for the year 2023. FAMU women's tennis team was crowned champions at the SWAC championships this past week. So congratulations to them as well. And we have, I want to say that is Alabama State University. Yes, it is. They were crowned champions as well for their men's team in the tennis. So congratulations to everybody, both of you all that competed at the SWAC championships this past weekend. So it is now time for your HBCU fun fact of the week. So many of you all have heard of W.E.B. Du Bois, but did you know he attended Fisk University? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He attended Fisk University, then later went on to become one of the founders of the NAACP, which is one of probably definitely a major organization that helps with civil justice and civil rights, probably one of the first ever. He founded it along with many others. Ida B. Wells, who was also an alum of Rust College, was also one of the founders. So W.E.B. Du Bois did attend Fisk University for his first degree and went on to do many great things in life. So that is your HBCU fun fact of the week. And I am Joshua Wright, coming to you live from Rust College. It has been a pleasure being your HBCU news correspondent this season. So let's return it to the campus rundown, brought to you by Historically Black Sense.
Yes, sir. Yo, every week, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Consistency.
Yeah. It's been amazing, bro. Just getting to see and watch you do those news segments and stuff like that, and learning those fun facts. It's just like, wow, you never would have known some of these people went to those places and like the things that they've done. But yeah, man, like we getting into the main topic. Things that got us through college. Whether that's classes, that's your favorite song, any motivational music, podcasts, books, and then your daily routines. So we could just start off with music and like motivational things. So like what music got you hyped up like every morning waking up, or like what type of motivational videos did you look at?
For me, as far as music, it really was a mixture of everything. Whether that was sometimes I needed some jazz to calm down, or some blues, or if I needed a hype mood, listen to some rap or R&B, just really, get into be smooth and things like that. It really just depended on the vibe that I was going for. I love all types of music, gospel as well, when I just really needed to, pick my spirit up. So it's just like, really, I didn't really have any specific type of genre or song, but really kept. But I would say one song though would be "Wins and Losses" by Meek Mill. that really was like that's probably one of my go-tos for real. So that was some songs, motivational videos. Bro, believe it or not, you was one of the motivational videos
Oh
last.
man, chill, chill.
Yeah, I had to watch your videos, bro.
I'm working, man.
Your videos. A lot of Steve Harvey motivational because he does have a lot of motivational videos out there, speaking a lot of knowledge. So really, just anything that's not. And when I say motivational videos, I don't mean just anything just pumping your brain up of, oh, you can do this, oh, you can do that, but something that's speaking knowledge and facts into what a black man should be, how to carry yourself, how to keep yourself going. That was really some things, but also poems kept me in the loop. Poems did me justice.
Definitely.
I say probably my favorite poem I learned since being here. Don't quit.
Yeah,
Probably one of the things that really kept me going.
things.
So that
Yeah,
was that was yeah. Many a nights I done stayed up just saying that poem to myself when I wanted to give up on things. So yeah, really
give me goosebumps, dog.
yes. Don't quit and Invictus. Yeah, those two kept me alive. Kept me alive.
Real Invictus, because the pain that we all went through writing the poem, don't quit. When the funds are low and the debts are high, you want to.
That's what we, but you have to sigh. Catch press you down, rest if you must, but don't you quit.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's my joint, man. Like songs, I'ma say real uppity. Like you said, it depends, right? So I'm in the relaxing mood after class. My project's done. I'm feeling like I'm ahead of work. I just got off of work. I'm chilling. Nice little R&B, candles lit. I'm in a nice dim mood, and that sometimes puts me in the Zen mode where I do got to do homework and I'm locking in at my computer desk. But in the morning, like waking up, sometimes weekends gospel, but I'm gonna say during the week, Monday, I'm going hard. I'm young boy Meek Mill, straight thing off the rip. Because it's just like even when I drive now to Bowie, it's like an hour drive. I need something that wake me up. When I look at the morning radio station, they be just, too many, old people in there just talking about, did y'all see what happened in the news today? I'm like, nah. I need
We're
that
trying to
energy right now. And motivational Eric Thomas and like you said, Steve
yeah.
Harvey. Eric Thomas, Steve Harvey, and Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis said this. I seen this motivational video last night before I went to bed. This man said, if you're an eagle was flying at a certain altitude. He looked over and there was another bird, but he told himself that bird flying next to me at this altitude has to be an eagle because no other bird flies at this altitude. And pigeons is on the floor, so don't become a pigeon. Make sure you staying and flying with the eagles. So he was just like, yo, that like him his whole life, and then him just being from where I'm from, and like how he grew up with his mom and just everything he went through. Definitely was something big. But Eric Thomas, I think the biggest video that he came out with was you gotta fight as bad as you want to breathe. You gotta like work as hard as you want to, like as hard as you can run on your feet is how hard, like, and how like he put that dedication and that energy behind what he was saying, and it was authentic. It was like, yo, yeah, these guys right here, I think they're the reason why I got into motivational videos. um and yeah, man, so that's music and motivation. How about any books?
Books. It really had to stem from a contemporary literature side of things. Actually, one of the classes I took was a class about African American literature. So learning about different authors like James Baldwin, all the way up to current authors now, and it was really like those books were like, okay, one, it taught me, hey, everything you read is not Shakespeare. Everything is not going to be something that you can't understand or something boring, but it's things that you can read for relaxation. Things that you can just like. Some of these books is like, when you read a good book, and it's like, oh, I wish this was a movie. Like this, how good it was.
Yeah.
So it's like some books you just read to relax your mind, enjoy yourself, get your mind off things. So I really say a lot of black culture books, black history books as well. That really kept me as well. But to piggyback on something you said, so motivational videos. So like Eric Thomas does go hard, and the reason I even got into motivational videos in general is because I was going through a state of like depression, sad state. Yes, Cynthia, that he's definitely incredible. And so I needed something to pick me up. So I was on the track one day, and that's how I got into motivational videos. So what made you get into motivational videos, though?
Right. So I think it started off. I was a youth pastor. I still am, right? So y'all don't see me preaching every Sunday, but I'm leading prayers, and at my old church that we went to before COVID, before it got like a new administration and like everybody left this church and we went to a church like down the street. So a lot of us go to this church right down the street called Victorious Living Faith Ministries. And it's a church more so of as where we changed the culture of this traditional church that we were going to before COVID to now we're not even in a church. Like it's kind of like a building space that's rented out. But we learned that it's not about the church. We are the church as people. So it's like we don't even have to dress up coming to church no more. Like, right, what I got on right now is I could wear this on Sunday and still get greeted the same way because it's like God doesn't meet you when you perfect. He doesn't want you to be perfect. He'll meet you right where you're at. So that's just kind of how it is. So motivation came out of that aspect. So it started with me posting quotes, and I just looked at the quotes in my phone earlier, and that's crazy because like I posted an old quote yesterday that I had like years ago in my phone. And I was like, yo, wow, that's when it started. So I used to post stuff on my story, just quotes and how I was feeling on my story all of the time. But then when the reels and stuff started to come out, I'm like, let me try to just say this and see how it goes. And I did that right before like campaign season started when I was running for Mr. Bowie. In the one video I posted, I said, education is the passport to our future. Tomorrow belongs to the people. Try not to be a success, but to be of value. And that mug went to like 14K the next morning. I'm like, what the? I said, all right, let me try this again real quick. And it worked. So then I hit up the guy, Experience Bowie State right now. So the photographer, the videographer behind that page, Go Fetch, Brian, me and him used to work hand in hand because I did podcasts with him like during my junior year and sophomore years about it's just business. Like, and during the pandemic, we was doing like virtual pop-up shops. So he used to just record a lot of content of me. And yeah, yo, like I got him, I paid him, I think like $100. He did like 5 videos. He said, yo, you give me 100, I got you with like 5 different videos. I'm gonna chop them up. And then each video broke down. So I had like a total of 10 videos because he chopped them all up for 100. I'm like, what? With a clear camera, the quality. So I couldn't beat that. So then I started scheduling them. And then I started telling myself, okay, what am I going to leave behind when I was as my Mr. Like, what's my little niche that I'll leave behind being Mr. Bowie? Because a lot of the kings before me did great things. And I'm like, bro, it's so hard it's all you got to do is keep that trying that legacy, but you want to always elevate it up. So I'm like, how can I make a mark? So that's basically what I did, man. And I had schedules and I just started dropping them. And I'm like, each Monday, all you gotta do is post one. So I started doing motivational Mondays. Every morning, every Monday of my college career as Mr. Bowie, I dropped a motivational Monday because I knew my campus needed some type of boost when they waked up, some type of motivation. Because if they hearing me do it every day, but they still hanging with me besides like the title, like the crown and everything, I'm hanging with them and stuff, they see the real me. And they see what I was going through in life. They see the pain, the drama. Sometimes when I had to take a little shot here and there, going through stuff, like they seen that. So when I woke up every morning, like, yo, we got to get to it. The bag is here. Let's get it. I was just really just speaking from the heart. And like people would notice I walking in class, like, isn't that the same shirt you just posted in the video? I'm like, yeah, sometimes I just recorded this joint right before I got to class, like fresh off rip. So, as I go to church on Sundays now, I hear the message from what my pastor is saying. And this Sunday was the biggest message. And I didn't drop this video yet, but it's going to drop. What you plant determines what grows. So your life is a field, a whole football field. Seeds that you're planting, you water them, but what you put in that dirt is what grows. Pettiness, oh, it's going to grow. You angry, oh, that's going to grow. But when you start planting positivity, that's going to grow. Faith, that's going to grow. Hope, that's going to grow. Even with children, what's going to happen when you have unprotected sex? You have a baby out of that, which is going to grow. So everything that you do in life will grow. So sometimes we in relationships, maybe we arguing with our girl. It may last that week, or that it was a rough week for us, not just a rough day, because it grew. Versus pause, positivity. Remember, what we plant is what we get out. So that's basically one of the messages that he was talking about. And I forgot the actual scripture that he related it to. I think it was Genesis 23, 17. I think that was the verse, but that was like deep, man. I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, man. And that's a book. That's getting back to books.
Yep.
That book right there, the Bible, I'm telling you, is something that grew on me in these past few years to where I really didn't focus on it too much. It's like, all right, we read a scripture at a church, but like when you really going through something, you can even Google it. I'm going through anxiety and depression right now. What is
What the Bible say?
in books to look at? And I'll read that whole entire, book. Another book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, but I know a lot of people read that, so it's like it'll sound a little cliche. What's that book? The power, that one book, 48 Laws of Power. And then another great book was The Richest Kid in Babylon. And that's my favorite book of them all because that little boy, I believe he was chains and shackles. Like he was coming out of slavery on chains and shackles and became the richest man in a day. He started with, I made whatever type of money I made, I saved a penny. And I started saving a penny every day. Got consistent. Then I started doing $1. Then I started doing $10. Then I started doing 100. Then I just kept doing that shit and I kept putting money away. And he just really told his stories of how he really came from the slums to being the richest man in that space. So those are books that I really look into, man.
Yeah. I definitely say like the Bible, like it's a scripture that says, there's nothing under the sun, and that's true. Like any problem you have, look in there is an answer to it. It may not be the answer you're looking for, it may not be the answer you want, but I mean it's an answer for what is going on and how you're supposed to handle it in a godly way. And the fruit, I mean, hey, what you plant is what you get. Like our school motto, because I do go to a private Christian school, is by their fruits you shall know them, which comes from the Bible. So it's like whatever whatever you plant, they're gonna know you by their fruit. If you're planting bad things, they're gonna know you by bad things. If you're planting excellence, greatness, all of that, that is what gets you. That's what they're gonna know. So I feel like that whatever you do, that I mean, it's just like association brings about assimilation. So it's like whatever you plant, people are gonna see. Whoever you hang out, people are gonna see. So as a king, because I know both of us are campus kings. So what was it like trying to make that legacy and make your own mark? Without one repeating what somebody else did, or two, without being just like the face. Like for me coming in, my goal was I don't want to be just the face. One, I want to do something great to my current student body, but two, I want to leave something behind that can help people, classes and classes and classes after this. So what I did was create a scholarship. I created a scholarship. It's an annual scholarship given out actually during coronation every year. So it's like, how did you, come up with the energy and ideas and stuff like that to create a legacy?
Right. So looking at the history of Mr. Bowie's, when I first got elected, I talked to the first ever Mr. Bowie, and he was like, yo, we used to have a Mr. Bowie week to where we had 7 days just for us, like all like they have Greek weeks and stuff. He said Monday through Friday was a Mr. Bowie week. So I thought of that plan. I did like 3 days, of events, and then what I wanted to do and what I did do is like a business career expo. Like I forgot what's this called. Like when you get elected into the positions, you gotta go to them conferences like NASAP, Student Leadership Institute. So I try to do a bit like a business resource institute, day 1, day 2, day 3, to where this is what we're doing, right? And I've became the face not only after Mr. Bowie, but now I'm the face of like not graduation, but like post graduation, and I'm the face of now business. My man's went to the airport yesterday, and my face is inside of BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport, and it says prepare yourself for the future, get a career in entrepreneurship and boost your life, business life. And I'm like, wow, where did that come from? Nobody told me about that. So I think messages that I've put off from videos, and I also feel like programs that I've thrown were essential programs to ensure that students were getting successful tools and things that they needed. And initiatives that I wanted to throw in that did not get passed was to be able to have a daycare on campus and to be able to turn in one of the older buildings that we had at the beginning of our building to a co-ed parental suite. So that way parents can have their children on campus in these dorms where they have washers and dryers and kitchens and the same thing. And then you can take them to the daycare center right there. So you can have everything all in one. That didn't get passed, but I know in the future and plans is gonna come about because I did pitch this to the executives and hierarchy board. But other than that, I really just put out my legacy of getting money, entrepreneurship, having an entrepreneurship mindset, owning multiple businesses, working multiple jobs while still being a king and a parent on top of that. So people was just like, yo, you wear multiple hats. How can you do it? And I'm a living walking example of that. So that's kind of just really the legacy I think I left.
Most definitely.
And
I feel like
my bad. I'm about to say I don't sometimes think I left a legacy, but when I talk to some people like, bro, you did mad stuff. Like a lot of people know. I'll be like, no, I still think I'm just me,
yeah. And that's what defines a true leader. When you are looking for the recognition and hey, did somebody notice this? Hey, did somebody see this? That's not really being a true leader, being a true servant. Being a true servant leader is really doing it because, hey, I want to see the betterment, regardless of who sees this, regardless of if the cameras are around or not. I'm doing this because I know it's going to help my people. And I think that's what defines a true leader. And, like I tell my people or anybody when they want to run for SGA or anything with the court, I'm like, don't join this if you just looking for the recognition. It's not gonna work well. Like you join you join for the recognition. Oh, you can join for it. You're gonna get a few pictures in the beginning, but then we're gonna get around. Okay, they've been in office for how long, and we ain't seen them do.
And we still not seen right.
Oh, so they just a picture taker. They just want to wear the suits and the dresses. It don't go. We don't go well in the end. So it's like, you got to put in the work. Don't do this if you don't want to do work.
I'm telling you, because the real work start after you get the position, man. It's from conferences. You got to prepare for pageants. You got to host events. You got to have community service programs. Like it's a lot of stuff that goes into being king, man. Like even opening up doors. Like sometimes you may be in a rush, but like it's like 5 people behind you. They're expecting certain things out of you as well. And I think also coming into the position, I wanted to change the aspect of just because the person before you have done something, or just because they wear their suit this way, it means you have to wear yours the same way. Like I wanted to be a true, authentic person and show people like, bro, I'm in a position and y'all know who I am, bro. Like I'm lit. Like we here, what's up? We here, we did it, we made it. But I flipped my business side on from my party side, and it's like, okay, when G mean business is business, and then when it's time to have fun and still be social, there, both aspects are there. So yeah, man, I never wanted to get compared. It normally happens. Oh yeah, I remember this Mr. Bowie did it like this. This Mr. Bowie did it like this. This Mr. Bowie did it like this. So now that it's Mr. Bowie's after me, it's kind of like it just feel good because it's just like, wow, like that once was a thing. You know what I'm saying? And it always is gonna live on.
Yeah.
So
like they get into like routines and stuff like that, what does daily routine look like, as keeping yourself well-being, going through the day, just going through college? What did that routine look like and how did it switch up?
So starting from freshman year, the routine was when I lived on campus, the dorm life, I woke up every morning, I think at 6:30 or 7. And I know I sound crazy. My first class, freshman year classes was at 8 a.m. because I think we had no option for like freshman seminar. So I was up at 6. I wanted to get up. I wanted to go get some food, and then I want to hit a class. So that was every morning. Of course, my shower. Of course, I'm eating my healthy snacks, taking my vitamins and all of that type of stuff. Get to class. Once I get out of class, me and all my friends, we had a set schedule to where we all went to lunch. Whether you had missed class for you was late to class for 5 minutes, or whether you was just getting out of class, but we all made sure we made that time to check in and see one another, just to check in, how your day going, everything good, bad. And then later on in the evening, we had a gym schedule, and then late at night before we all went to sleep, we seen each other again. So it was really great. Once I got out of my first class, usually I'll go back to my room. I'll knock out that homework assignment immediately. If I had another class later that day, same thing. Go to that class, knock that assignment out. And then over the years, I start setting my schedules up to where I personally wanted to be done with classes by 12 noon or 1 o'clock. So I start taking 9 a.m., then a 9 to 9:50, a 10 to 10:50, 11 to 11:50, a 12 to 12:50. Boom. All my classes knocked out by 1. So I literally would tell people, yo, from 9 to 1, I got class, but after that, I could see y'all. So then I would have to shift my schedule to work. And each year, depending on your classes, is how you'll shift your schedule over. And then getting into junior year, COVID hit, and now it's like everything went online. So we're like, okay, now it's kind of like an online type of thing going on in college, which was amazing to me because I felt like it was way more easier to finesse a lot of the hardest courses. I'm not gonna lie, like it was easier because it was like all of the work was asynchronous for us. And it was like, yo, you got the deadline at the end of the semester, turn the stuff in. You don't gotta be in class, no professor over your neck. But over time, getting back adjusting to now as well, this is my 5th year as a senior, but as my 4th year adjusting going into that senior year in person, it was so weird because we still had to wear masks in person. And it was just like people still coughing, people still sick. So we half online, half in person. Now, this whole school year, it's like full back in action in person. Now it's like I like it, but then sometimes it sucks. But it's like I really like soaking up some of this information in class, and then sometimes I don't. So over the years, your schedule will change. It depends on if you're a morning person or if you like to wake up late. If you like, I would like to wake up till 11. My first class not till 11. You may have classes between 11 and 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. You may get out afternoon time. So it's all about that. And yeah, after you set your schedules for the semester, you immediately contact your bosses if you have a job and let them know, yo, this is my schedule. I can fit in these days to work, but I also have duties for other organizations on campus. So I may be only able to work a 4-hour shift each day versus 8 hours, and that I could leave that for weekends and like holiday breaks and stuff like that. So yeah, how about you?
Hey, them when you go to the Cavs and your friends tell you you'd already been to the Cavs,
Oh
hey,
my
you was late, bro. I told you I had a meeting. You was late. Hey, them be hurtful. Then you sitting around trying to figure out who you gonna eat with. Yeah, yeah.
like I don't even want to eat no more, yo.
Like,
Like looking at me like, what's going on in here, man?
like my cat food ain't even as good. I just can't ready to be with y'all. Like,
Like,
you know. But yeah, schedule for me really, like you said, depends on the classes. I think universally, if you're a freshman, you're gonna have an 8 a.m. Just get over it. Don't try to get around it. At some point, you're gonna have an 8 a.m. Just go ahead and get that 8 a.m. out the way, please. That's my advice for y'all on that end. But it really revolved around my class schedule, and around my activity schedule. Freshman year, I was in band, so that took up most of my free time. Like freshman year, it was class, lunch, more class, straight to the band room. May have chilled with my friends or my girl at the time, but mostly it was class, then band. And then after that, a little dinner, but back to band. So it was like then maybe most time chill with my girl after that. So it was like that was my schedule for freshman year. Sophomore year, COVID had hit what end of my freshman year going into sophomore year, so cut off early. Coming back with the mask, I was RA for the first time ever, so that really added a dent into my schedule as far as working the desk and stuff like that. But again, it revolved around my classes, and I knew coming into freshman and sophomore year, at the time I really wanted to do work. So junior and senior year, I could come slow it down more into the relaxed state junior and senior year. So I kind of just like took it hardcore as far as classes, packing on classes. Everybody else got like 3 or 4 classes. I'm packing on 5 or 6.
yeah.
So it's like trying to do that with classes, organizations coming into SGA and all that stuff. That really made it like, okay, now I'm really on a time crunch, and that sophomore year is what taught me how to do time management because I was all over the place. So it was just like then my grades start suffering because now I don't have good management of my time. I'm trying to be there for everybody. So it's just like, wow, okay, now how do I manage this? So that sophomore year really taught me how to manage my time. And also like being with my friends and stuff. So junior year I come into that really classes, a few classes, but that was really the year I kind of focused on organizations. I was Mr. Junior, and I knew I wanted to be Mr. Rust. So it was like, okay, this is the year that I'm gonna, I got my classes, but I'm gonna focus on the organization side more, so that way I can get into when campaign season here. I'm not one of those people you see for the first time. You done seen me all year. I've done stuff for you, all year. Try to help my people the best I can all year. So I wanted to focus on that. So that was kind of what I did junior year, really focusing on the activity side. And now it's really just like a chill thing. I get up for work because I work at the writing center on campus now. So it's really like getting up for work in the morning, one or two classes in the afternoon, a night class here and there, hanging out with my friends or whatever. Really just being there for people. But yeah, just like if you manage your schedule right, you can get to what you need to. Like you can get to that point where you at a kind of like a slowing down point by senior year. But it's all about how you manage your classes. I even took some summer classes just so I could get stuff out of the way. So it's
Yeah.
like all of that plays into your routine on a daily because the less classes you have, the more free time you have. Then you can fill that with activity, sleep, however you want to feel it. So that's how that worked. And now, really just getting into the groove of okay, let's slow down, let's rest. So that's how I did it. So speaking of morning classes, what was it like, trying to adjust to being on your own, having to wake yourself up, as opposed to, you at home, you got somebody saying, hey, get on that bus. So what's that like?
So I'm going to say to that question, this right here,
Ah,
if this timer did not go off on my iPhone, I promise
please.
you, Siri, um, I'm laying in my bed at night. I'm like, hey Siri, set a timer for 8 a.m. or set a timer for 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m., and 7:45 a.m. If those three alarms did not bing off, I may have missed class if I naturally like over time your body will start getting used to it. And then you'll be like, all right, you start looking and you see the sun come up, be like, oh snap, it's that time. You'll start to get natural with it. But like if you're having a late night before, you definitely want to put your phone on the charger,
They said 3 or 4.
go ahead and turn them alarms on. It's not one alarm. Go ahead and turn 3 to 5 on so you know you got to get up. And don't put your phone close to you. Put it somewhere across the room so you got to get up to go turn that joint off so you get your body up. Also your roommate. Tell your roommate your schedule too. Like, yo, bro, I got an 8 a.m. for real. Because if his class not till 12, he should hold you accountable sometimes too. Like, yo, bro, G, get up for class, bro. You got class. And some days if you can't make it, if you're doing good in the class, you it's college. It's not like they going to tell you, hey, you failed or hey, you're done with school. You can miss out of a semester of 16 weeks. You can miss up to like 5 classes without getting kicked out or
Yeah.
something. Average, I say each class, people do three or less times. I may have missed a class for a doctor's appointment or I just couldn't make it that day. I'm sick or it's like I just don't feel like going today because I feel like it's no purpose here. Nobody's talking about nothing. We're just reviewing the field trip we went on or something. So it's just like, all right. So that's really, how I adjusted. It was hard though freshman year because it was just like, yo, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. But I try to make myself get up as earlier than the time that I really had to get up. Like
Yeah.
I would try to get myself up at 6. So by 8, I'm good to go.
Go. I think through all of that though, like prayer is what helped me with all of this that we talked about. I mean, honestly, that helped a lot from
Yeah.
dealing with trying to stay motivated, trying to stay encouraged, going to dealing with COVID and how I'm gonna keep student morale high as well as my own self. And then, even with daily routines, like you gotta pray sometimes because people want their time, understandably so. And it's just like, like I mean, prayer is what keeps you from sometimes stepping on people. Because people always want, where's my time? Where's my time? Where's my time? Hey, there's only so much I can give to,
Yeah.
different things. Even like daily routine, like, beginning of the year, trying to manage a girlfriend and all that, especially like now, like even me, I'm in the dating arena. So it's like, at the time when I was talking to somebody, it's just like throughout my 4 years, it's like having to manage them inside my schedule because now each year I'm getting more and more busy. So each year, being in a dating aspect, I have to see how am I going to manage this person in that time. So, question for you: how did you manage, like relationship wise, like putting your person into your schedule? Because it's so easy, like unintentionally, to be like, okay, now I got to figure out, I got to go from this meeting to that meeting to this meeting, and they be like, oh snap, I forgot to text so and so. So how
Right.
did you, like, even with friends and stuff like that, how did you incorporate trying to make sure everybody gets some type of time on at some point, you know, that you can?
Right. So right before I get into that, so that right, that ties in with prayer, God, friends, brothers, family, even y'all, man. Shout out. I'm gonna just say shout out to all of these people. Like this is a lot of more things that got us through college. God, number one, man. I would not have been where I am at right now. I wouldn't be speaking the words out of my mouth right now if it's not for the one and only the king above, God, man, and praying, you know, and the friends around me, my brothers, family, the HBCU community who loves me. I feel like the people I don't know sometimes in the community so aware out there really love me so much. Like, bro, we inspire you, you such this. And I'm like, oh my God, what the heck? Why am I getting treated like this? But to tie into those questions, all of my systems are holding me accountable. I had to pray to be able to stay with certain women. God, is this really for me? I don't want to be the wrong
You're not
person
lying.
to leave, and you sent this, and I feel like this, but I'm trying to stay because I'm trying to be a good person. I talk to my brothers about it, my friends about it sometimes, like, yo, and even my mom or something, like my sister's like, yo, am I tripping or what's happening? But to be able to make time for everything, number one, I would say it all connects, because if you and your homeboys falling out, it may rub off on you and your shorty, or if you're not praying as much as you are, some other avenues gonna be messed up. But in order, like, to answer like directly that question was like, how can I fit in the time? Let's say I missed the text. I had to communication was something I had to learn crazy in college because I didn't used to communicate. Like, I'll go to my classes, hit the gym, and I'll just go with the flow of my friends during the day. Then you ain't text me all day. So this what happened, and then I'm just like, I was just having
I was just,
fun.
I was
Then I
just
wasn't
working.
paying
I
attention to
was
that.
working.
Then this thing called communication, to where this whole generation kept pushing it. We need effective communication, great communication. So I'm like, all right, does that look like this? Good morning. Today, my schedule is I have class from 8 to 11. Once I get out of class, I'll call you. And then once I get out of class from that point, I got a meeting with the bank. Then when I get out of there, I got a project group from 12 to 1:30. Then we can have a little bit of time to hit the gym or go get food. After that, I got my little late night podcast. Then I got my chapter meeting. Once that's over, I'll come to your room, or if you come into my room tonight, then we could chill or whatnot. So it may have been sporadic moments throughout the day, but I feel like just updating your partner and keeping that consistent communication with them the whole time. And then it turned into a system to where it's like, now I wake up every morning, I gotta pray. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. Whether I say it in my head or out loud, like I could get up and look at my bed like, thank you. I'm alive. All right, cool. I'm breathing. It's another day. Sometimes you don't always have to verbally say it out, because God, can really see what's in your subconscious mind as well. He knows what's in your heart. And checking in on my friends on my ride to school, I'm calling my best friends, my homeboys, my LBs, or I'm texting the chat. Good morning, y'all. Let's get some money. How y'all feeling? Check in. And my family, same thing with my mom before she walks in, before she go to work. How you doing? What you gotta do today? So I think keeping all of those things aligned will keep you sane throughout college. But when you start, because there was a point in time to where I stopped praying. I just start doing stuff out of free will, like, all right, the world against me. My friends, I had 1,000 friends freshman year, to where now I'm still got the same 7 group of homeboys that I had since freshman year till now. Like, they never changed out. So friends, doing this, and then some people that's close to you that friends with them now, and they talking trash about you, and they being petty and they angry. And then family, you got problems going on with them, this aunt and uncle, this cousin, this parent don't want to talk to, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in your life. And then you just start forgetting about everything. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to be sane. You might just lash out. You might snap, and this going to lead to you failing classes. you're not even gonna be in the mode of school. And then the whole semester then went by, 3 months of your life went by, which is so fast, and you didn't fail the whole semester. Like, dang, what happened? Life kicked you because you didn't stay in that mental state, and it's hard for 4 years straight to do it sometimes. So you have to keep this stuff in check, or you will, like, you can snap.
Because I went through that my second semester of my junior year. What I call it is having the blinders of the devil on. That's just what I call it. Because like the devil got you blind. When you're doing anything constantly, you just constantly messing up. You blind to what you're doing. Whether that's being in a toxic relationship, whether that's not going to class, whether that's, just really like not being yourself, even from the thing of not praying, because I went through that as well. It's like you have your blinders on and they don't come off until something tragic happens. You get to that end of the semester and now you're like, okay, how am I going to pass this class? You get to that crossroad where you need somebody to pray for you because you're going through something super terrible. And you're like, okay, where is my mind at? The blinders come off. All of a sudden, reality snaps back in. And you're sitting here like, okay, let's pick up the pieces. Now you're looking dumbfounded trying to pick up the pieces. So I've been there. And I think, to another point, you said, the communication part. At first, it is annoying to have to do now I got to text this person with a whole schedule. It's
right.
Like, why you can't just understand? But it's like at the same time, you care about that person. You be like, okay, I'll do this. And then you get into the swing of it, and it's just like, okay, it's normal. But I feel like communication is definitely key. Like, even like this year, going through it with a person that I was dating, just like, like having to understand if you care about this person, you're going to have to incorporate them. People make time for what they want to make time for. So it's just like, if you want to make time for that person, you will. So I feel like, but also it comes to a thing of people that don't want to stay, let them go. If they can't understand, like if you try to come to some peaceful resolution and they're like, hey, no, I need more than this. I need more than this, or drop this. I need you to drop this and be about me. Or they just can't understand why you have to be who you are in order to improve yourself. Let them go. That means it was time for them to go. They're obviously not supportive of you and what you want for your life, so you gotta let that person go as well.
Yeah,
that's what I think as well.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, you literally just gave me a piece. This is about to be deep, but like, you just gave me a piece of clarity on life that I haven't seen. I've known, but when you said some people, you call it the blind moment, right? In life, I never knew that was a thing, to where it was like I'm living this life, but then I start noticing other people go through these type of things, and then other people like, yeah, bro, I had the moments. I'm telling you, yeah, I went through it. And it could be from stealing or cursing or being petty or being angry or just don't caring what you're doing. And then I was the guy to where people was like, you can make time. That quote of, you can make time for what you really want. In my head back then, that was like, man, they just saying that, like, whatever. It was the moment that happened right before I won Mr. Bowie. I became an alpha. I won Mr. Bowie. I'm at one of the highest points in my life. My grandmother passes away. Boom. My mom's mom, real close. You feel me? That's like my second mother. That hurts so bad because I'm like, wow, I just did two of the biggest things I wanted to do. And then I just literally became unblinded. Now I'm so empathetic. My grandma gone. I'm like, yo, I have to have feelings for people. I have to really feel empathetic. Like, empathy is real. Like, let me really listen and lock in and check on how are you mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, mentally. How are you? I really care about that. I really want to know, because if it's something that I can do, I'm going to try my best to make sure that I'm helping out the next human. Because why? I want humanity to live on forever, especially with us African Americans. I want to ensure that we are all wealthy and we all know how to get there young. So we not wait until we 65 and then we got 20 years or 30 years left of our life just to have some type of freedom or comfort of, I want to take a trip, I want to travel, I finally get to get my dream home. I want to do that at 25, 23, 22, coming straight out of college. Yo, graduate, get your LLC, go get you a corporate job, incorporate them together, get this loan, get this business right here, go run that off, run this off, take this loophole. You feel me? Invest in this IRA account, and in 3 years, you should at least have over 5 million easily. And it's a process and system that's working within our generation. But I need more of us inside of these type of things and avenues and conversations. And after I lost my grandma, bro, that's really when I really start getting empathetic, bro. And this really was like, yo, people really do make time for what they want. And I really start checking with my mom, like, Ma, you get off of work, do you want to go to a happy hour? Let's talk. How was your day for real? Like, what your boss is doing? Now I'm in her social life, really like, hearing over the years how the stress has been built up, but I wasn't paying no mind to that. That's mommy. That's what's happening to parents. Now I'm like, that's not like you a human, ma. You don't just because you my mom, you a human too. Like, are you happy? Are you okay? Are y'all straight too? I want to know how y'all doing. How y'all like? How can y'all get better? And that only happened to me at that tragic moment when I lost my grandma because I was blindfounded before then.
And I feel like it goes to this quote that like even this person I made earlier this year says, um, "You don't realize how much you miss a person, how much you needed a person, or how much a person is a part of your life until you lose them. That's when you appreciate them the most when they're gone, because once they're gone, you can't get them back." And that's when the regret comes, and okay, I should have done this different. I should have done that different. So it's just like don't let it get to that point. You can't let it get to that point because it's like that's when the regret comes, and that's when you're like, okay, I could have did this or that different. And it's just like it doesn't ever feel good. Yes, you have to go on with life. You have to realize, okay, well, now I got to go on and like do this differently. But that's how that works.
Facts.
So, yeah.
Yeah, bro. And that's why you gotta give people their flowers when they're alive, and you gotta ensure that you loving them while they still here. Because at the end of the day, when I'm gone, y'all know my real. Y'all my friends. Y'all know what's real. Don't all these fake people from Tennessee, Oklahoma. Well, yeah, boy, y'all didn't know me, boy. You feel me? Y'all didn't know the stories like when I really was down and feeling like what's going on. So, yeah, man. But just to you feel me, I feel like to wrap up the episode, I would just give my thanks and honor to God, number one, my friends, my family, my brothers. This community on a podcast kept me going. Ron brothers, man, my brother King, sister Queens, the ones before me, after me, and the ones still coming. Shout out to y'all. The ones who's about to walk our journeys and path, man, do it the right way. The ones who are coming to college, please, please, please ensure your children is coming to college, and let's just pass these generations on and on. And yeah, man, y'all can find me on social media on Instagram at Najee Farewell. You can follow me on YouTube at Najee Farewell. TikTok and every other platform is Najee Farewell. How about you, Josh?
Yes, really, you all just really just like take care of your peoples, man. Take care of yourself, but also take care of your peoples the best way that you can. You know, adjust your life how you can, but don't ever live your life for somebody else. Live it for you. Live it how you can. And anybody that can't get on the train with you, hey, they got to make a stop. So you all can find me at official_Joshua Wright on Instagram or Mr. Russ College. Also Facebook, Joshua Wright. Just look for a picture of me. So yeah, that's where you all can find me. So what is our accountability check for the week? I guess I'll start off accountability for this week. I finally finished all my coursework. I'm done with all of my undergraduate work. So now that leads me to get ready for graduation. Today I went. I don't know if y'all have clearance cards. Do y'all have those? Like where you got to get like I got it right here. Like you got to get the little signatures from all the departments and stuff like that.
In order to get your tickets.
Yeah. So just really getting all those signatures. I got all the signatures I could. The rest of it I gotta get like at the actual graduation rehearsal, the actual consecration service, I gotta get that signature in. So it's like just getting all that stuff out the way, relaxing. So this week will be honestly just preparing for graduation. Making sure all my people that I'm leaving in place after I leave are good to go, know everything they need to know, have what they need, so have my contact info and all that stuff so they can get, they can be the best leaders that they can. Somebody did it for me, so why not leave them in a better position than what I can really. So yeah, it was a great season though. What you think? What's your accountability though, bro?
Same with accountability. I'm gonna say it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. So the start of the semester, if it was downhill for you, finish off strong. If it started off strong, finish it off strong. graduation is really the next thing on our minds right now. So getting the last bit of assignments in. I got my photo shoot Friday and Saturday for grad pics. I want to get that done. And I feel like the stress is lifted off my shoulder. At that point now, it's just showing up to classes, attending them, taking my finals, and then that's the end of it. But I do also want to say this is the last episode of the Campus Rundown on this season on Historically Black Sense. It has been an amazing journey working with you all here. I cannot wait till you all see what's in store, what's next. This is not the end. This is not the last road. There still will be the Campus Rundown show, but this is the last episode on this season.
I guess we'll call this version the King's Chamber, since it was us, the King's Chamber. I think I like that. So we've had the Man Cave, so I feel like the King's Chamber. I think that'll work for this one. So that's fun season, great season. Definitely like glad I met everybody. Like this became a weekly excitement for me. This was my excitement of every week. Even trying to put the stories together, all that was exciting for me. Meeting everybody, meeting Drina, all you all. When I say you was on the show, like definitely got to get on because you one of my heroes. You don't know it, but you are.
What? So, yo, Josh, don't say that, man.
Yeah. So that's like on the show. Definitely got to get on the show. So yeah, really learned some great things this season. So it was just a great season. Really thank everybody Historically Black Sense for letting me affording me this opportunity to really have fun and just do this and do me.
Yo, I'm telling you, that was like just the opportunity and the people that we've met. I had a whole flash.
We gotta stay connected. I don't know if we gotta go. I don't know what we gotta do for this. I'm gonna get in touch.
For sure.
I don't know.
For sure. We're gonna find a median state from like where you are, where I am, and we could probably link up somewhere median, whether it's Atlanta or whatever is the median spot. That's cool. And I always tell people, like, whenever I'm going on vacations, yo, bro, I'm in the area, or yo, I'm taking a trip in this time as well. But it's not gonna be the last time, we see each other. Plus, I'm sure we're gonna be on other platforms together if it's not this one. But yeah, I just want to shout out to all of y'all, everything that y'all have done. Adrena, shout out to you. You came out here to see us.
I
met her. She's coming out this week too for the Bowie Torch Fest. So shout out to Bowie Torch Fest this week. Thursday, we got a step show. Friday, we are having our actual concert on campus. And then Saturday, they're taking people to Six Flags. But I got photo shoots booked that day. So I'm going to just be busy doing work with my photographers and getting some videos and stuff done. But yeah, man, we love y'all.
Shout out to everybody, all the hosts. Kev, Zeke, MC, Amy, Rebecca, everybody that was on the show this season. Shout out to you all as well. We miss y'all tonight, but shout out to you all.
And y'all, it's only up from here.
Yes. Yes. Close it out.